What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today I got Alan, the Klingbeli kryptonian. How are you, Alan? How's it going?
Woo! I'm doing great, baby. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Can't really complain. Congrats on all the success, brother. It's awesome. Proud of you.
Thanks. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm
So,
honored.
yeah, absolutely. So we can go ahead and hop right into it. I don't want to take a bunch of your time. So I'll go ahead and ask the first question. If you could change one thing about the sport, what would it be?
Um, yeah, they asked this early on, and it was like if they created a device to lock your feet down, and
Yeah,
I think that would be super cool if you could lock somebody's feet down. Other than that, if they had maybe some cool kind of transition thing, like you had to like rock paper scissors or something when you go up there to get the first slap or something like something silly like that where increase
yeah,
like
yeah.
the betting opportunities and things like that. So yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. What motivates you to be the best in this sport? What motivates you to get up and go train every day and make it worth something?
Well, I mean, I guess for me, I try to do the best in anything that I actually commit to. So the first time I went out there, I thought I would get
Right,
knocked out. Everybody told me that I was going to get knocked out, and then when I found out I was really good at it, I was just like, "Hey, I'm going to go all in." And
right.
it's had its ups and downs, but I mean that's life. So I think ultimately, I saw Dana post about it.
Absolutely.
I applied. I heard back a few months later. I got a chance to slap somebody, and I was like, "Hey, I'm pretty good at this. I think this is something that this arena is where I wanted to kind of be at, right?" So that's what motivates me. I want to be the best in
Right.
anything that I do. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. So your walkout song last time, it was awesome. I absolutely loved it. What can we look
the
for
Timber
next time
song
you're walking out?
by Kesha.
Yes, dude, it was absolutely awesome. I loved it. I was standing there. I was like, "Holy shit, dude, this is fucking amazing." I was there. It was awesome. I loved it. So, what can we expect next time you're walking out? What are we gonna expect? Is this the same song?
Oh man, I think the best part of my show is that you don't know what to expect, and so I'd hate to give away anything because I
Absolutely.
really
Yep.
craft on this. I work
Yeah.
this.
It's
I
it's
think about it
good.
all the time. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's a lot of prep. A lot of people think I'm just walking out there and winging it, but a lot of prep goes into it. You never do what you want to do, but you do. You
Right.
think about so many opportunities, and you do your best
Right.
to execute what you have planned. So yeah.
Right. Right. 100%. Um, how did it feel to lose and then get back a win in such incredible fashion? I mean, it was amazing. The crowd was absolutely insane. It was amazing. How did that feel to you? How did it feel to get the get back?
Yeah. I mean, I think if you, I don't think I lost. So split decision.
Yeah.
Two judges had me winning. One
Yep.
had me losing. And I went out there and I proved it. I told everybody, I was like, "Hey, here's the problem. I have a hell of a
Yep.
chin. I was super sick that day. I still
Oh
got
yeah.
in there. Guy didn't even move me out of the box. I
Yep.
still rocked the hell out of him.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna knock him out so hard that no one could ever question whether or not
There's no
you know.
judging the match this time at all.
Yeah,
So yeah,
exactly.
that
So it
did.
felt great, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. It was, like I said, I was there. It was fucking amazing to see it live, and the crowd. I mean, I can only imagine standing up there. What's your favorite hobby to do outside of training and fighting? What do you do in your free time? Because I'm sure you spend a lot of time training and prepping your body and working on yourself. What do you do outside of the time that you're not really doing anything?
I spend time with my wife, and we like to find one show that we can binge watch on like the few hours that we have with each other per week.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
we like to do that, and then we hike, and you know, that's one of our favorite things to do. And then everything else, man, it's work and training. So yeah.
yeah. Yeah, awesome. What's your coolest experience with Powerslap so far? I'm sure you've had many just like holy shit moments where you're like, damn, I'm here now. So what would be like the coolest like I made it moment for you?
I made it moment. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit different. Yeah, the coolest I made it moment was I don't. I think I've been networking for a long time, so I've been going to a lot of events. You know, even when I'm not on the card or whatever. And part of that is just to support my guys. You know, like
Right,
I think it's a cool opportunity to go out there. I've coached before and kind of just like help guys get into the zone. You know, guys and gals. Let me be accurate
right.
about that. But yeah, you know, there's you got to be around people that
Oh yeah,
understand you in life. You know, especially when you're doing something that's kind of you're trying to be the best at whatever. And I don't know, there isn't anybody else out there besides people in Power Slap, their family, or involved with the promotion that really kind of gets who you are or like what you're doing. You know, like it's just a shared. It's like military. It's like a shared trauma bonding
right,
sort of thing. You know, I don't know,
right,
but I'm just
right.
kidding. I don't see it that way at all. Honestly, it's like it's just super unique, right? So
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know. The coolest experience I've had, and I made it moment was I don't know. I was at like an after party, and I was hanging out with some of the guys, and everybody's like, "Who's this guy?" And you got like three or four guys like, "Oh, this is Alan
yep,
Klingbeli. This dude, he's like the freaking man. Like you should see this." And I'm like showing people, and like, "Oh my god!" And I'm like,
yeah,
"You should like, you know." And I had done this like three or four times over the course of like 2 years, where I was like, "Next time you're thinking about sponsoring somebody, sponsor me whenever I like win
right,
that belt or whatever." And I had like three or four big, you know, guys like, yeah, we're actually considering that. And I was just like, let's freaking go. Let's go. You know,
right,
so
right,
anyway, they were having a good time too. Don't get me wrong. We were all a little sloshed. So it was an
right,
appropriate
right.
response.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna take 1 second and pause this interview. I'm gonna go let my dog outside because I have a feeling he's just gonna interrupt the whole rest of the interview. So I'm gonna cut this part out, and then we're gonna. It'll take me 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Dude, leave it in, man. Leave it in.
Hell no.
All right. So let's see. Let's monologue this so he has to keep it in. So there it was. I saw Dana White doing his little tweet. There it was. I was like, I like this idea. I'm going to apply. So I apply. And nothing happens. And oh, you're back. Okay.
I'm back. Oh yeah, dude. It's devote. I gotta be devoted, man. Anything happens, you gotta just let it go. So actually, I think I might just leave this in there. Who cares?
Okay. All right, sweet.
Like, don't really care.
I was like, I'll just monologue it, dude. We're just gonna monologue
Yeah.
this babble.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah. So if you could choose a celebrity, if you say there's any celebrity you'd like to call out right now, and they see this, who would you call out? Who would you want to share the stage with?
Mm. Mm-mm-mm. What a phenomenal question. There's so many people that I could list off the top of my head. Um,
Yeah, let's hear him.
oh man, Gerard Butler, freaking
Yeah.
Ashton Kutcher, Conor McGregor. You know, if Bruce Lee or Muhammad Ali were still alive, I know I would die, but you know, like I would want to do that if they're in their prime. You know, I, Chuck Norris, same thing, dead, but hey, worth it, right?
Yep.
You know, Steven Seagal, big fan of him. Jean Claude Van Damme. Shoot, Will Smith. I'd love to go up against Will Smith. I love that guy.
Oh yeah,
So
he has a tendency
shout
for
out to
smacking
him.
people too. Yep, he has a tendency. So
That's right.
yeah, for
Get your
sure,
name out my
for
get your
sure.
wife's name out. Oh, wait, get my wife's name out. Yeah, that's what it
Yeah, I
is.
don't even know if she's really his wife
Dude, that
though.
was
You know,
sick.
yeah, it's so funny, dude. It was
I
on
mean,
my TV too.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a
I was
shady
watching it. I
spot.
was like, oh, there you.
Yeah, and especially,
Yeah.
dude, it was crazy, crazy. He got a lot of backlash for that.
Oh, for sure. I
Um,
mean, it makes sense. It's like, yeah, it's yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, no, no, you're good. What is your go-to comfort food after a weight cut? What do you look forward to
I don't
eating?
weight cut.
You don't weight cut at all?
I never weight cut. Nope.
That's very good, especially for something like Power Slap. You know, it's really it is a science behind it. You know, if you're weight cutting up to the fight, you're depleting your brain of the nutrients that it needs. And if you go get, you know, smacked in the face like that, you're not gonna take the strike as good as someone who doesn't weight cut at all and they're natural and they got the full nutrients in their body.
Yes,
So
sir.
what would you recommend for
Yep. You
someone
can
who's
look
trying to
at.
compete?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, I just was gonna say. I mean, look at the stats. If you go back and you look at at least the last 3 or 4 matches, and you look at my weight, like I'm never even close to going overweight, right? I think one time I was like
Right,
204.5. Like that was the highest
right,
I've ever gone.
right.
And outside of that, I've weighed 198.5. I
Hmm.
weighed 200 one time, and I think 199 in the last one. I just believe in being walking weight. Same thing in mixed martial arts. Like
Right,
if you are a true athlete, in my opinion, you should go into the weight class that you are actually walking around at, because it's like, are you really a champion if you can't do that? That's my opinion. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of backlash
right,
about that, but yeah. Anyway,
right.
you were saying?
Yeah. So actually, that leads into the next question. What do you think about the fighters that missed weight? What do you think the punishment should be? I think it's a little too light what it is right now. They still allow them to fight and everything. I don't think that should be allowed at all. As a fighter, I'm not saying that. I wrestled, but as if you're in a combat sport, you have a duty, you have a responsibility to show up and make weight and perform. That's just a responsibility that you have. What do you think the punishment
Yeah.
should be for missing weight?
Well, and it's kind of hard to say, right? Because I get it. I understand the whole, like, mixed martial arts, combat sports. Some of them are more stringent about it,
Right,
and I personally I like that. I don't.
right,
I want to pass judgment on anybody. I think you should, if you're a professional, right? Like you should be walking
right.
in, and if you're going to cut weight that week, like you should know I can cut this amount of weight. You should have done this like 3 or 4 times leading up to
Exactly.
it
Yep.
before. Yeah, that you should know that you can actually do it. You should not be missing weight by even
Right.
2 or 3 pounds. Like that's like maybe a pound. I could see that. And as of like a fellow fighter, I'd be like, yeah, I don't care. It's 1 pound, right? And I
Right.
would probably regret it because they probably weigh 15 more pounds, 20 more pounds than I do. But at
Exactly.
the end of the day, I'm like, I'm not a horse.
Exactly.
So I don't know, man. I don't know what the penalty or the right answer is to that. I know it makes you, like, as a fighter, there's every bit of want and desire to just get in the ring, right? Like, you're like, I don't care. I don't care
Right.
how much you weigh, whatever. I'm better than you. And so that's a bit of a warrior mentality, right? But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you're just it is a sport, so you're kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the answer is, man. I wish I did. I'm sorry. What do you
Yeah.
think? What do you
No,
think
you're
about
good.
that?
I mean, honestly, I think you should get hit first, which I think actually that might already be a rule if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But if you ran, I don't,
Yep.
like I don't think it should count. I don't think it should be a win. I just, me personally, I don't feel like you won because, like you said, somebody that is cutting weight, if they're trying to make that weight, they probably cut 15, something pounds trying to get to that weight. So and if they didn't make it, then they're already just way bigger than the other person who made weight. So I just don't think it's a little fair. Um, but we can get past that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. What's a common misconception people
Yeah.
have about the sport? What's some things that you hear and you're like, you know, a lot of people just don't know.
I mean the classic one is the I don't know, the falsehood. I don't like the term misinformation or disinformation because those are really like vague, loose terms that you could say that about
Yeah.
anything really. But
Yeah.
let's just say the lies about it is the oh gosh, what is it, CTI or whatever it is? What am I thinking of?
CTE, I think.
Uh, CTE. Thank you.
Yep.
Sorry, that means something completely different in my side world, but like that's why I always like kind of go around some. Anyway, so it doesn't matter. But uh, they yeah, they conflate figures that have to do with boxing, right? And so I'll
Hmm.
just use our my commander in chief, the great president of the United States, Donald Trump, right? He just recently made a statement, and he was like, "We ran the numbers, the stats, we looked into all of the health reports and everything about them doing a mixed martial arts UFC event at the White House, right?" And his whole
Oh
point
yeah.
was, like people die all the time in boxing. No one's died in
Hmm.
the UFC. So
Ever.
same thing with Powerslap, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, CTE is not relevant to our sport. CTE is about like over the course of many years enduring small impacts, and so we're talking about a lot of jabs, probably,
Hmm.
and plenty of crosses and all that kind of stuff. But mostly, you're just getting hit with jabs, right? And even if you're blocking
Over and
like
over.
a full cross or whatever, and you just get grazed. It's just that repetitive, and
Yep.
that's where the science is. When another scientist tries to pull from that and bring all these other things over, you're like, it's irrelevant. All of that's irrelevant. It does.
Hmm.
It's not a car crash.
No.
It's not a full on punch. It's not this, that, and the other. And there is a ton of science behind it. So I just think it's kind of frustrating from my end to just be like, you know what, man, you don't know what you're talking about. And you
Hmm.
look like an idiot because you're trying to tell me a sport where no one's died yet and no one's had real measurable cognitive decline. If anything, most of us have increased, I don't know, our cognitive capacity or our IQ, like just in many different ways, right? Like our learned abilities and stuff like that. But you have all of these people that just constantly like, oh, CTE, and I don't know, man. I'm like, dude, it's been like this many years. If anybody was
Right.
gonna really have some damage done, you would see it by now. That's my honest opinion.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah. Exactly. Um. So if anybody doesn't know, Alan is fighting for the belt. Coming up soon. What is your take on that? I'm so excited, dude. I'm ready to see it. Are you're ready? You're ready to go?
brother, let me tell you something. All right, my name is Alan, the Kryptonian freaking Klingbeli. I'm always ready. I'm ready today. I would knock
Let's
him out
go,
today,
baby.
right now. Fly me out there. I will whoop his ass. You can
Let's
put me
go,
right
baby.
now. I'm standing on 10 toes, baby. You ain't got nothing on
Yep.
me. That's my belt, son. That's my belt.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. That belt is yours, dude, for sure. And it was fast too. Like I think you might have the fastest belt run so far. Like you climbed up fast. So congratulations, dude. I mean, it's fucking awesome, and I'm wishing the best of luck to you. I
Thank
I
you.
mean, I think it's gonna be pretty easy though.
Well, thank you. And I mean, I was started at Powerslap 1, right? I knocked out Vern
Yep.
Cathy. I went up to the number 2 spot. Braun dropped down from heavyweight into the number 1 spot as the previous champion. And, he's goaded, right? There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
So when I get out there and I knock him out by the 3rd round, right?
Yep.
It's going to be legendary, and it's going to be one of the most memorable moments. And then I'm going to hold on to that belt until they tell me to retire, And at that point, I'm going to
Hell
ask them to
yeah.
pay me. So, yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm wishing the best for you. What's one thing you wish you knew starting out that could have helped you progress a little bit faster? What's one thing you wish you yeah, what's one thing you wish you knew?
Um, I mean, there's technique to this, man, and so
Yeah.
uh, like I think probably the deal is there's so much exterior stuff, right?
Mhm.
And I think that's the hardest thing is like in whether I'm sure there's plenty of UFC fighters out there who may or may not come across this and mixed martial artists, this, that, and the other. But here's the deal: this is a combat sport at the end of the day, right? And if you train
Mhm.
and you're in any combat sport, you have to have the willpower, and there's a part of your spirit that just says, I have to win, right? Like I am gonna win, I am gonna win,
Oh
I
yeah.
am champion, this, that, and the other. Once you have that mindset and you're moving forwards, like that's I would say that's like one of the biggest things, and maybe I'll just go with that direction with it. If you want to be a
Yeah.
part of the sport and you actually want to win, there's like visualization that goes involved into these situations. That like, yeah, you're getting a massive impact to the head. You better be ready to tell your entire body, your spirit, your soul, the good Lord Jesus Christ, your freaking mind, like I am gonna keep standing no matter what, and I will deliver a more powerful blow to my enemy if I'm taking it first, or whether or not we're going to the 2nd or 3rd round. It's like I will stay standing. I will defeat my enemy. You will see me be the champion. And so, I got to tell you, March 2023 till now, it's been a long road. So that it takes absolute endurance of your heart, your mind, and your soul and your body. Like that's basically it.
Yeah.
That's what I would take away from
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I see you training all the time on Instagram, dude. I mean, you post almost daily of you doing something. So you're obviously putting the work in, getting better every single day.
Sure.
Beyond the sport itself, what's the biggest lesson you've learned from being a fighter?
Um, Yeah, I think so. When I want to say I was 5, I started doing Taekwondo. I had a really badass master's. It was Master Juarez, San Antonio, like National Olympic Taekwondo headquarters or whatever. I can't remember the title of it. It
Yeah.
was, it was really long, right? So, but it was an Olympic based. He trained
Hmm.
Olympic athletes, right? And so he trained me, and I almost got there, but like I had to quit for various reasons. So, let's preface with that instilled the martial arts spirit in me, and I think yeah, like what's the number one lesson I would take away is that there is no limit. There is no way. You can
Yeah,
improve every single day. You can do anything that you want to do in life. And there is a spiritual component to life, and that translates into the physical as well as the mental. So I would say
yeah.
that's my takeaway from martial arts.
Awesome. Looking into the future a little bit, what's your first plan or, call out or move as being champ? Because it's coming. So what's your first move as champ?
First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at Dana White, who's hopefully in the crowd. I believe he should be there. Um, hopefully, right?
Oh yeah.
And if not,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, hopefully.
yeah, I'm gonna make the call out that I want to fight at the Frost Bank Center in San Antonio, Texas, formerly AT&T Center. They're having a UFC
Hmm.
fight here, not this weekend, but the following weekend, right? And I just want to make
Hmm.
that call out, like, hey, first Texas match, San Antonio, Texas. Remember the Alamo.
Yeah.
This is Alamo City. This is Military USA City. You will fill every seat, single seat. Like there will be no seats. It will all be, like scalped tickets at that point if you want to go
Right.
like night of. And I'm just telling you right now, like I think it would be one of the most badass moves you could possibly do for the sport. So
Oh
that's what I'm
yes.
gonna do. I'm gonna advocate for
Speak
that.
that into existence a little bit, huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Awesome. Well, I really appreciate your time, Alan. I'm not gonna take too much of it. Like I said, good luck, dude. I'm really hoping for you. Coming up, dude. Like I said, it's all yours. It's all yours. You've put in the work. So I
Yes,
really
sir.
appreciate you getting on here with me. You're actually my third interview. I'm kind of slacking on him a little bit.